Primary 3 Math Prodigy. This is Coach Saiful with your daily dose of math mastery, and today we're going to go into question number 2 of your assessment paper number 7. Now these next questions are going to be using the same concept, so you should be able to do this. Alright, so let's take a look at question number 2. The question is this: there were 1,200 animals. Okay, let's imagine these animals are in a farm. Okay, let's close our eyes and imagine there are 1,200 animals. Can you see them? There's a lot of animals. Okay, now the next part, it says that 125 of them were cats. So let's imagine, pew, you will see 125 cats, which is a lot of cats. And then you will see 89 of them were dogs. So there were 89 dogs and 125 cats out of this lot. And the rest were goats. That means the rest are all goats. Now, how many more goats than cats were there? Alright, so let's draw this. First off, I'm going to draw for you a simple diagram which looks a lot like a fence. You know what's a fence, right? So basically, maybe a farm. Okay, let's imagine this is a farm. Alright? Sorry, wrong drawing. It should be parallel. So from here, over here. Okay, let's imagine this is a farm. Okay, this is the plot of farm, plot of land. Sorry. So let's draw this fence over here, very small fence. Okay, and you will see that there are actually a lot of things in here. Okay, there are a lot of animals. There are how many animals altogether? This question said 1,200 animals. Okay, so like I said, imagine you will see so many animals in this farm. Okay, in this fence. Sorry. So now the first thing you will see is are the cats. Yes, the cats. I'm going to draw cats with a red color. So I'm going to try it as best as possible to draw cats. Okay. Okay, it's a very bad drawing of a cat. Meow. Okay. Okay. How many cats are there? There are 125 cats. So let's imagine there are times 125. Okay, then we have dogs. Okay, we have dogs. I'm going to use the color black for dogs. Okay. Okay, honestly, I don't know how to draw dogs, but I'm going to try to draw dogs as best as I can. Okay, this is the best I can do. Okay, this is really the best I can do. I don't know how to draw a dog. Nose over here, I guess. That looks like a pig, but never mind. How many dogs do we have? We have 89 of them were dogs, so times 89. And they said that the rest were all goats. What does the rest mean? The rest means whatever the I'm gonna draw a goat first. The rest basically mean that everything else is are dogs. Are goats. So I'm gonna draw a blue goat. You've never seen a blue goat, right? Okay. Okay, I'm gonna draw a goat. I'm gonna try as best as possible to draw a goat. Ooh, okay, that's a goat. And how many goats are there? We don't know. Yes, yeah, we have is everything else. So how do we do this question? And the question is asking you how many goats are there? How many more goats are there than cats? Okay, so now let's think. Let's imagine in our head 125 cats pop up in your head, and then after that, bam, another 89 dogs pop up in your head, and the rest are all goats. I think you're starting to get the idea here. It's very simple. It's basically you have 125 cats and 89 dogs, and the rest are all goats, which means that I take the whole thing, 1,200 minus 125, which are the cats, minus 89, which are the dogs. Bam! Now the rest, which is everything else, are the goats. So let's take out our handy dandy calculator. 1,200 minus 125 minus 89, and you will get the answer of 986. So that is the number of goats. Now that you know the number of goats, can you find how many more goats there are than cats? Yes, you can. There are how many more goats? 986 minus 125. Don't always say more than means plus. How many more goats are there? There are so much more goats. By how many? By 986 minus 125. So I'm going to write my working here. Okay, 986 minus 125. Again, the simple answer is just 861. Take out my handy calculator, check whether it's correct, and the answer is always correct. 861 is the answer. So if you got that one right, high five to you, because you are a math prodigy. Good job, okay? My most important concept to understand here is more than doesn't always mean plus, okay? Okay, I'm going to write this as huge as possible. Plus, okay, then I'm going to cross it out. Does not always mean plus, okay? It can mean plus, but it doesn't always mean plus. You have to look at how the question is asking you. So basically, they said there are more dogs than cats, and they ask you how many more? That's how they're asking you. That means you minus it off, okay? So basically, that's it for the day, and which brings me to the quote of the week, which is this: trust yourself. You know more than you think you do. Like I said, you have to start giving yourself credit. Yeah, you have to start giving yourself more confidence. Why? Because you have already done a lot of work, a lot of homework, a lot of studying in school. If you pay attention in school, trust me, you will be able to get an A, which means that your paying attention in school is the most important part. Okay, everything else that you do when you're doing it by yourself is more of practice, and math is all about practice, so you had to do that as well. So if you are not doing these things, then it's very difficult to trust yourself. But if you do all these things and you do it with caution and you do it religiously, you will be able to score very high because you have to start trusting yourself. Okay, so you, like I said, you know more than you think you do. Just trust that. Okay, with that, this is Coach Saiful signing off, saying you are a math prodigy. Good job.